What is going on, Duckers? And thank you for tuning in to this episode of Decaf Decoy. It's like a live stream. It's a hangout. I mean, I got some topics. Let me use this camera. There it is. I got some topics ready to chat about today, but I honestly feel like these can kind of just be open-ended. We can talk about what we have on the docket. We can just talk about random stuff, and you guys can refer things to me in the chat. I'm kind of open to whatever. Luna Tiger says there's a scam pretending to be you saying to reach out to your WhatsApp. Yeah, there's been scams like that forever on pretty much everybody's anybody popular their channel. Like I saw on Brett Cooper, she has it's essentially the same exact scam I have. If it's not for like, oh, I'm Decoy Voice or whatever, and it's like a picture of me and some weird weird formatting of my name, come out and I'm gonna give you money or something like that. That's never me. And I also see the one where it's like, if it wasn't for like John Doe teaching me how to manage my finances, I never would have made my millions of dollars, or I never would have achieved financial stability. And then somebody will always reply to them saying, John Doe, I've used John Doe too, they're great. And there's like 3 messages talking about how good John Doe is, and then you'll see someone saying, well, how do I reach out to him if I'm trying to save my finances as well? And then there'll always be like someone showing them a weirdly formatted WhatsApp number or something saying, oh yeah, this is how you talk to him and you'll be rich like me too. And it's always the same scam over and over. It's ridiculous, but that's just how it is. What's Adrian Curry saying? Hey, I need $100 from all you deposited directly in my PayPal because I need to achieve financial stability or something. My running joke is I'm never gonna do a rug pull cryptocurrency with you guys. I'm basically gonna do what she's doing, where it's just no decoy coin. There's nothing to say, invest in this thing, I'm gonna pay some guy to make a coin that's on Solana or whatever garbage is out there. Invest in that, and then I'll make my millions off it. I'm just gonna say, hey, look, guys, no rug pull coin. Just deposit the money directly in my account, or find me behind the 7-Eleven and give me cash. I'm not doing so well anymore, guys. Like, that's what I'll do. At least you know that I'm honest enough to not scam you guys. I'm just gonna ask for the money. 515 saying, you're not gonna give me the 1,000 Bitcoin because you're nice? How much would 5,000 in Bitcoin be right now? I almost gotta check. What is Bitcoin's price? Bitcoin right now? Oh, I bought on a Bitcoin when it was like hitting the 100,000. Like, look at this right now. Oh my god. When was I on Timcast? Like right before or right after Christmas? Yeah, like right after No. When was I on Timcast? That's when it was hitting 100k and I was there. So I was investing around that time. I also invested like a little bit during like the 40k level, but nowhere near enough to actually have it make me money. And then I probably was investing around here too, only to see it plummet to like the 80k. But okay, wait. What's the math of 87,000 times 1,000? I feel like as an Asian I should be able to do that math in my head, but I can't. That would be... even that number I can't figure out. $87 million. No, guys, I'm not giving you 87 million. Space Cat saying do a DSP. Is that the Dark Side Phil guy? I haven't really consumed any of his content directly, but I've heard people talk about DSP and how he kind of had a fall from grace a little bit. You know, actually I watched It's the Gundam's coverage of it alongside somebody else talking about him too. I forgot what it was, but it's something along the lines of like every single one of his videos was like, hey guys, I'm not doing so well today. How about you give me some cash? Donate to this thing so I can play this video game. Obviously, I'm getting this wrong, but I mean, from what I remember, it was always just begging for money, and it's like, you know what? I'll never be like that. It's like, the only reason I have the, do you guys want channel memberships here? Not because I want to get more money from this channel and that channel too. I just know some people like to have the thing next to their name saying, oh, I'm a paid channel member, and I'm supporting it, but I mean, we don't need it here. I just want to know if you guys want it there as well. No, it's not 8.7 million. It's 87 million. Wait, let me double check the math. No, it's $87 million. That's what it is. Waving saying, what should you do with your social? Nothing. Keep it secret. Tell nobody. Never. Never. Oh my god. Fall from grace implies he ever had grace. Again, I don't know much about him. Bite Deity. Oh, what's up? I know you, Bite Deity. You've been around. I'll make you a mod because I've seen you forever, but you have no responsibilities just so you can have some status here. But Bite Deity saying, during my hiatus, your family and you have purchased brought in 2 stray cats. Believe it or not, because my cat is fairly fat, he's obese, he was a stray cat. We found him in a tree. It's good, it's good. What do they say? Adopt, don't shop. I mean, there's plenty of kittens that need rescuing off the street, so yeah, it's good on you for bringing in a cat. Although I talk about the adopt, don't shop. If I have the status and the money, I will eventually adopt a Shiba Inu. Not adopt a Shiba Inu. You gotta get one from a breeder, apparently. I'm going to purchase a Shiba Inu is what I'll end up doing. Should I be able to get to the level where I can afford it. Let's see. West Virginia Wire, now that you're doing lives, would you consider using your platform to give an interview to a congressional candidate out of Texas? He's running against Jasmine Crockett. She refuses to debate. I mean, even without any assistance from anybody anywhere, you should be able to defeat Jasmine Crockett. She's literally one of the dumbest people I've seen on television. And I'm talking about reality TV too. Talking about Jersey Shore. I'm talking about everything out there. She's literally the stupidest person I've seen on television. But yeah, no, this channel is not important enough. I'm not like Timcast IRL. I don't have a beanie. I have my Tim Boyle beanie somewhere. I just don't know where it is right now. But, I mean, we maybe ended up doing, like, playing video games on this live stream and just talking about, like, random stuff like AI online. We're not gonna, I'm not gonna be very, doing anything important like that. And honestly, they probably would get... It would just hold them back if a guy named Decoy or Decaf Decoy interviewed them on the internet. Ken maybe saying he has 5 cats. I mean, that's so many cats. I have the one. I wish I can get him a buddy. I just don't have a large place to hold them. Wait, there's lag right now? There should be no lag on my end. I'm on like the highest tier of internet. It says excellent connection. Are you guys dropping out? There's only 200 people watching. Like before we were having like 2,000 on average. There's no way that we're having lag right now. Space Cat says you would love some video game streams. That's cool, because we did do the video game stream. It's just, I tried to play Schedule 1 while everybody else was doing it, because it's like a popular game, but I'm terrible at it, so it just didn't do so well. Then again, I just kind of streamed at some random time of the day, so maybe that was my fault too. Can you guys hear any background music right now? I'm having it like very, very lightly in the background. So, maybe you guys can hear it. Yeah, okay, cool. So we got some Hey Arnold, Luna Tiger says it's skipping. I bumped it up just a little bit. Yeah, it's just some, I don't want it to be so, okay, actually, so I'll turn it down a little. I don't want to be so the copyright thing can pick it up. But honestly, I've seen, like, you know, I've been watching a lot of Asmongold, even a little bit of Hassan. I watched the girl that's on his shows, Amiru, and the people that, like, spin off of, like, she has her thing. Been watching a lot of people online to see what live streaming is like, and from what I gather, they put music on in the background. Lord Moto says, I need a co-pilot. Honestly, I've had guest people on there, but I don't like the whole, remotely bringing somebody in. Like, I really enjoyed having my, I had the co-host Mally Mouse on the channel for a while. It was really good having her on it. It was, like, a very good, like, a chemistry. You could bounce back and forth and talk about the same topics and have kind of the same, not the same opinions, but just, like, be in the same universe as far as, like, you know, how we would want to cover stuff. So it was good. It's just, I think if I were ever to do it again, I'd want to have it in person. Something about virtual collaborations aren't as good because there's a vibe, there's a feeling when you have somebody else here. Like, I even have a second one of these mics when I had the not the decaf decoy. I had the other decoy that would be here. Maybe since he's doing a little bit of editing for me, he's gonna come back and do some live shows here. What's up, Matt Ryan from Tokyo? That's pretty cool. Yeah, cigar and scotch. Do I have cigar and scotch? No, I will have cigars with friends, but then ever since I got on, you guys heard about it, I got on a blood pressure medication. It makes alcohol, like, undoable. Like, I cannot My body cannot handle alcohol the same way. I had alcohol for a friend's birthday, and I hadn't been sick in a long time from drinking, and it was getting sick while drinking, which I never do, but then also the hangovers afterwards. Obviously, I'm getting older, but the hangover the days later was rough. Like I had not been. And it's like, you know, half getting old, but otherwise the 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 medication I'm on right now. So yeah, that's good. A Romanian prepper being sober for a year. Honestly, like I know I really like that comedian Jeff Dye, and he talks about a big portion of his of his set is about sobriety, and I was like, I don't, you know, like I don't get why is it such an accomplishment. But now being sober for a couple months, I'm like, oh, it is an accomplishment. It is kind of. I've never been that into liquor, but I mean, it is something to not have anything ever. Mr. Legitter saying we miss Black Decoy. Did what about this isn't, guys? Come on. Just don't look at my face and then kind of sounds like it, I guess. Nav says green tea helps with blood pressure. No, it was I tried all this stuff like upping potassium, having cinnamon, there's a lot of different supplements I was taking, but the doctor said what I have is there's a higher number and the lower number, and apparently the lower number signifies that it's like hereditary. Like it's just not much you can do about it. So yeah. I'm not cripping with the blue guys right now. It's just Dodger season. Like, there's no Dodger game today, but I mean, it's a little bit warm today, so I wanted something with some ventilation. And maybe I did a little bit too much Dodger game. I mean, no jersey. I'm very sure. Do I watch any VTubers? Nah, I don't really watch the VTubers. I know a lot of VTubers. Like when I watch my content, you will see VTubers will watch my videos and react to it. It's like a fever dream. Like it's so bizarre that a digital person, possibly that's AI, is watching me, so it's crazy. Yo, what's up, Uganda hater? Yeah, I'm on magnesium right now, Jothaniel, for like sleep. That's been helping that. Yeah, a lot of them do watch me. Not playoffs, baseball, playoffs, basketball. Playoffs, basketball is pretty good, though. It's like the Celtics are gonna win again. Nux, I think that's one of the VTubers. Yeah, you saw. How long are we gonna stream for? Still getting over like a something, so I mean, maybe for an hour, hour and a half. We'll see. I do want to kind of keep this more casual. As I was watching a bit of Asmongold, it seems like he has his topics, but then when you guys have your chat here, maybe people want to tell me like a YouTube video I should look at. We should. I'm not a big Kings fan. I want to watch the Kings game tonight. I mean, I did like De'Aaron Fox. He was like a basketball player in anime. He was pretty cool, but I think he's gone now. 20k subs in 20 days? I mean, hopefully 1 million subs in 20 days. Let's get this channel to 1 million subs. Let's get like a, what is it? If you look at this, yeah, we decap Decoy 17k. It's just you guys hanging out. It's kind of cool. We have like, what is it? 200 live viewers. Decent. But if we can get Decoy Voice to 1 million subscribers, like it's crazy how far we made it pretty far, but also how far we've declined in the terms of growth. Like it's just, I was sold on the idea I was gonna hit 1 million by the end of this year on Decoy Voice, but honestly, it doesn't look like it's gonna happen anymore because it's like we're just doing like 1,000 subs per week. It's bad, so we'll figure it out. Oh, what's up, maybe Sunshine? Good to see you here. You saw the crazy live stream from Nick Shirley at the Utah Capitol. I know that he's currently right now. He said he was being extorted by them, where they're giving him a fine for recording in public at a protest. And it's like, no, he's a journalist. He's free to record in a public area. I don't know the full details of it, but it's insane that the government would go after him like that. Troll on Blue Sky. I don't have a Blue Sky account. I don't have a what is it? I have an Instagram. So if you don't follow me there, I have my Instagram, but it also says, like, if I look at my notifications, it'll tell me, hey, you have more followers on Threads. I don't have a Threads. I'm on Twitter. I post on there. There's enough social media to be keeping up with everywhere. I don't feel like also posting on another platform, let alone another meta platform. It seems annoying to me. Yeah, Joshua was saying they were following around Nick and harassing him, trying to talk to people. It's sad, but that's all they have. They're crazy. Who uses Threads? I think nobody. I think anybody that's on Threads a lot is probably using the automation. I think it's called, I have a friend that uses it, but it's an automation where it's like, if I want to post something to TikTok, I can also post it to Instagram, YouTube Shorts, Threads, I forget what it's called. You can post everywhere all the time at the same time, it's sad. Yeah, Bite Deity saying Nintendo becomes greedy. Honestly, I don't think it's necessarily Nintendo becoming greedy with the video games going from $60 to $80 because the dollar has become so much weaker since, what was the inception of $60 video games? Like Nintendo 64, I think it was. Since then to now, that's probably like halved in the value of your $60. So honestly, I don't mind paying $80. I just will never pay for like shark cards on Grand Theft Auto 5. I'm never gonna pay for what is it? NBA 2K points. The only thing I am purchasing, and it's ridiculous, is like Fortnite skins. It's the dumbest thing ever, but also the game is free, so I think I've probably spent $60 on Fortnite since I've had it. So there's that. No gamer is on my side. I mean, it's probably a hot take, but just the idea that video games are gonna get more expensive as long as they're the right games, they're good games, and I'm actually gonna play like GTA 6. If it's $80, I don't mind paying $80 because honestly, I still play GTA 5 till today. Mario Kart World, I think I'm gonna play that. I'm gonna play that a lot, so I think that I don't mind paying $80. But just no, not the. I have employees or like younger guys in their 20s, and they would buy NBA 2K whatever year it was, and like, you know, your character starts off and he's really weak, but if they say, oh no, you have to pay like $100 to make your character serviceable online so you can be competitive. No, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing a $100 paywall to pay online. That's nuts. I'm good for Mario Kart tournament streams if we end up doing video gaming. Sorry. If we end up doing video gaming on this channel, probably that'd be dope. A pay to win, yeah, it's annoying. Like League of Legends, I like the idea that the game's entirely free, but if I want to make my little Teemo character or Teemo character in a spacesuit, I can pay $10. That seems like a good deal. None of this Call of Duty, you're kind of terrible, not competitive, unless you buy the Honey Badger, and that's an extra $50. Like, that's dumb to me. Space Marine 2, I'm on a Mac. I don't think Space Marine 2 is on. I have PlayStation 5 and Nintendo Switch. That's all I got. Marvel Rivals, I'm terrible at that game. Like, I've said it before. I was kind of okay at, it wasn't Titanfall. What's that other game? I forget. There's another video game that's kind of like Titanfall. Not Titanfall. Marvel Rivals. It was a Blizzard game. Like 5-on-5. Quest 3. Yeah, microtransactions, so it's bad. Telling me to buy a PC, it's like I would, but I mean, Overwatch. It's not Apex Legends, it was Overwatch. Now, I don't have a gaming computer, maybe I should, but honestly, I don't play that many games, and I'm the kind of guy that if I go to, like, Target or Best Buy, and I see a game that I've been wanting to play and I purchase it, I'll play it for a little bit, and then just forget I have it. Like, I'm not the biggest video game guy anymore. Yeah, GTA 6 is gonna be mid as AF. All the people that worked on Red Dead and GTA no longer work there. I have high hopes because of there was that GTA mod Sentient Streets that was AI in GTA 5. So you go in GTA 5 and you can talk to every single NPC, and you have storylines. Like, it's weird. I was watching that guy RiceGum on that other streaming platform. He was playing it, but it's like, yeah, you get somebody's number, call them and say, hey, let's do the deal. They'd meet up, then the cops would raid it. It was weird. It was like a totally like procedurally generated game. And it was cool. But then Rockstar gave that particular mod a cease and desist, which makes me feel like they wouldn't cease and desist that unless they were planning on doing it themselves. So I'm all on board with that. Yeah. But I mean, okay, enough video game talk. Let's go ahead and get to the first thing, because this is actually, I would say a scandal, but not really a scandal. Is like you have the official White House account saying the White House is no longer a nursing home on Easter Sunday, and you have this, and it's like, yeah, remember how bad it was with Joe Biden in the White House, where the Easter Bunny was actually controlling what he was doing, like guiding our president around. He outranked the commander-in-chief.
You remember the bunny with Joe Biden? Remember? You remember when the bunny took Joe Biden out? He's not taking Trump out. Anyway.
The bunny's like, oh no, I don't want to be involved in this. Yes, yeah, Sleepy Joe in there. It's sad. It's like the bunny is waving him saying, no, you gotta come over here, you gotta come over here. And now we're in a different presidency, which I won't even play it right now. But it's like when Joe Biden was in office, they had, I think it was a Philly fanatic twerking at the White House. Like, what was that? And honestly, chat, let me know. Is this photoshopped? Or is this real? Because I know there's a lot of imagery out there of Joe Biden looking bad. Well, did he ever look that bad? Yes, that's photoshopped, and yes, he has made that face before. Like, what? I have old videos of him. What's one of my most popular videos about him? This one, and it's also
Joe Biden, man with over 8. Joe Biden
lagged out so badly, but yeah, here, Joe Biden in one singular day talking. It's like he's an entirely different person twice. It's chopped, it's stretched. Okay, so they warped his face, so that's not really him. Uncle Shane said, I thought Decoy was an Angels fan. I was an Ohtani fan. And him going to the Dodgers gave me an excuse to leave that poverty franchise. Very sad. Yeah, show up as a tech. Show up as a tech. But how is this a scandal that he's talking about this? Because the official White House account not only posted this. This is from whitehouse.gov talking about the scandal of the Easter Bunny outranking the commander-in-chief. But you have this from the White House saying, an Easter greeting from Donald Trump, the 45th and 47th president of the U.S. I like that. 47 president is different than 45, I think. Saying, Happy Easter to all, including the radical left lunatics. I'll make this bigger. I'll make this smaller. Happy Easter to all, including the radical left lunatics who are fighting and scheming so hard to bring murderers, drug lords, dangerous prisoners, and the mentally insane, and well-known MS-13 gang members and wife assaulters back into the country. Happy Easter to the weak and ineffective judges and law enforcement officials who are allowing this sinister attack on our nation to continue, an attack so violent that will never be forgotten. Sleepy Joe Biden purposely allowed millions of criminals in the country. This isn't okay, so it keeps on going. In order to get this highly destructive moron elected, I wish you with great love, sincerity, and affection a very happy Easter. Him wishing us a happy Easter and saying happy Easter to all, including leftist lunatics, because right now it's sad, but it's like what is happening to the left? Like, we talk about the protesters on behalf of them. There's no more young people, and you're seeing this. I don't know what day is this. This was this yesterday as well? They look like they're in Easter clothing.
The water, we will not give up.
This is like a retirement home. Like, nobody here is under 30.
Standing for democracy, we will not give up. Justice and equality.
It's just like the 1960s because it looks like it's everybody from the 1960s.
We will not give up, just like a tree.
And they also have their script in front of them, or I guess this is lyrics, but still.
That's planted by the water. We will not give.
Save our democracy. GOP something about Medicare. Medicaid hands off. Like, I mean,
we will not give up. transparency.
Someone said raise the retirement age, get them back in Walmart greeting people so they don't have time to be protesting like this. I honestly think they're getting paid like $30 an hour. That's what I think they're doing over here. Because you have all these old people, but then you look at their leaders, and it honestly provides so much context. Because you know this guy, Robert Reich. He always has what I feel like is the dumbest takes about Donald Trump, the Republicans. I know him as like a Democrat strategist. What do you guys know him as? What is his like official position? Why is this lagged out so bad? It shouldn't be lagged out like this. It's ultra low latency. Yeah, you don't know who he is. First time hearing about him. He's like a prominent person in the Democrat Party. Let me look at. Let me see. Robert Reich. What is he? I thought it was Bernie Sanders. Oh, here he is. So he is the former Secretary of Labor, co-founder of Inequality Media. He has a book, 1.4 million followers. Like he's out there, right? But honestly, somebody posted this up. Actually, not this. Posted this up saying this provides a different context.
From the Trump regime, that if it accepted that best or near best private university in America or the world would have lost its integrity.
World losing its integrity. Honestly, like, this kind of provides a lot of context to me, I think, of who their party is, who their leaders are. Like, it doesn't seem like it's many people of this generation want to be a part of this movement. I wish I had actually I can probably pull it up right now. Is that comedian Andrew Schultz talking about what went wrong with the Democrat Party. And he has a lot of truth to this.
Much. You know, when I was younger, like, Democrats were cool. They were getting their dick sucked in the office. They were like, right? They were like supportive of like hip hop music. They said, do whatever you want. Like, we don't want to be in your bedroom. They were cool with gay people. Like, it was cool to be a Democrat. Now, conservatives got 3 baby mamas. The president got 3 baby mamas. He's getting pussy left and right. Right? He's cool. He's the one saying, say whatever the fuck you want. So now conservatives have become Democrats. So I don't think I've changed. I just like the dudes that get pussy and say whatever they want. So
they're so uncomfortable hearing him say this, but it's facts. It's the truth. Like, I don't align with much of what Andrew Schultz says, but I do agree with the idea that it's the new cool party. Like, it's the same thing that like every generation looks at the generation above them, and I'm like a millennial, saying, "Oh, well, my parents think it's cool. I don't think it's cool." And what I really think is, like, the millennials, like these guys here, they think because they grew up around Democrats being cool and Obama being the, you know, change and hope or whatever he was campaigning on, that he didn't really follow up on. But what they perceived as hip is no longer in. And it's Donald Trump. It's counterculture. They think that, like, you know, this isn't George Bush and Mitt Romney's Republican Party. This is a new generation. This music makes you want to have a cigar and go to a speakeasy. Maybe the music is up too high then. It's up too high, then everything's getting claimed. But yeah. It's the truth, and maybe that's why you see and wokeness talking about, yeah, young Gen Z ages 18 to 21, the men, so 18 to 21 year olds sway conservative by 19, I think it's like 19 percentage points. 19, and for the first time, young women are swinging 4% conservative. Older Gen Z, 21 to 28, men are still leaning Republican, and women are going 13% to the Democrats, which is different. I think that it's like, amongst millennials, it's probably like 49% conservative amongst girls, so it's, yeah. Wait, is the music gone entirely? I'm trying to... Just try not to have it too hot. Yeah. Fascinating gender and age divide. What are your theories and stories? I think that, like, you know, from what I see from my nephews and nieces, like, I wouldn't say my nephew was MAGA. I think he just kind of parrots things that he hears, but he definitely would align himself with Trump. Like, that's just like what makes him cool and swaggy at this point in time. My nieces are definitely rejective of the whole like trans agenda in their schools because they see how it's very I wouldn't want to say the word is polarizing, but they definitely see the how insane the left is taking it. I think everybody identifies that those people do exist, but the whole idea that they do exist to the point where we have to have 28 different genders identified, including like animal identifications in school, like they want to reject all that stuff. So I think the younger Gen Z is very based. And actually my nephew might be Gen Alpha, not even Gen Z, but yeah, it's crazy. And it is evil. There is evil out there, and I believe it exists inside the Democrat Party. Because also, you see this right now. It's all the old people at these protests, and it doesn't seem very organic. Young people are swaying conservative now. But then over here, Reddit Live shows out, look at this. It's not real. You have one person, I think this is, posting in all these university subreddits that they obviously don't go to Indiana University, Rutgers, FSU, UFL. They don't go to all these schools, but they're talking about like, yeah, let's monitor Trump supporters on campus. Have you seen the new MAGA supporter that got this at FSU? They're talking about all this stuff and that they're conservative and they left the Republican Party. Like all these things, it's like this is not real. They're just trying to astroturf the internet, and it makes you kind of feel like everything you see about all these people being very, very like pro Kamala, going to rallies and being very just eating up every aspect of the Democrat narrative. It seems to be untrue now. It doesn't seem to be real, and it's almost just entirely fabricated by one, bots online, and two, paid for influencers and paid for protesters. Master Cube says also, some people say it's a bot, AI, but reeks of Fed. Honestly, I think that, what is it? Didn't USAID, like I was watching Shoe on Head's video covering USAID, and she's like a liberal talking about they discovered that they were using our tax dollars to infiltrate social media sites overseas to push certain narratives, which almost guarantees they were doing the same thing to us. And General Carroll says, I hate Reddit so much, and it's like, yeah, I used to love Reddit. Talk about the Dodgers, talk about skateboarding, talk about like how to install stuff on your computer, and now it's just social media propaganda. It's slop. You gotta understand that you can't stand her. She's 40, I think. I think you might be thinking of the wrong person. What is it?
Donald Trump, along with Elon Musk, have created an...
It's this girl. I don't think that she's 40. Maybe it's a lot of makeup, but I don't think she's 40. Yeah, well, here's the thing, is that she's a liberal classically, not in the sense of I buy on to all the things Hassan Piker says online and just parrot all the talking points CNN gave me. I don't think she's a traditional conservative. I mean, traditional liberal. What? She's 41? No way. Let's see. Shoe on Head age. He's 33, guys. Like, not 40. What do you guys think 40 looks like? What do you guys think? Wait. What do you guys think I look like age? Don't even be like nice about it. Just say, if you would say, if your honest take on how old do I look? 27, what is it? 32, 27. So it's like early 30s, mid 30s, 56, accounting for the Asian. I get that. I respect that. 30, 28, 32, 37, 39, 29, 78, 62, 28. 52. Younger gen looking older. 78. I mean, 35. Late 20s. Well, yeah, I mean, I wish I could be in my 20s again, or maybe my knees would be better. 40. Here's the thing. I remember watching, what is it, 30 Rock. Jenna Maroney talking about how, especially as like a female actress, you want to be 20s or you want to be 50s, but nothing in between. Because if you're 50 and look 30, now that's great. But if you're 30 or 40 and look 40, it's terrible. You want to look young for your age, but or just young. It's kind of funny. I'm 180 years old collecting a Social Security check. Yes. Yeah, I've never wanted to... Here's the thing, is I said that, like, you guys know I'm out of my 20s. I've always wanted to be, like, transparent as far as, like, oh, yeah, I'm in my 30s. But, if I straight up said, hey, I'm 34 years old, just gave you my exact age, you can quickly deduce that and say, okay, he was born in exactly this year. He said he grew up in LAUSD, so you can look at all the schools in LAUSD. You can kind of cross-reference things that I've, like, restaurants I've worked at, kind of triangulate what high school I went to, order that yearbook online, and find my full name off of that. Like that, it's very easy to triangulate, to drill down somebody's real identity if you have something as simple as their age. It's scary, but I mean, I know I got enemies online, guys. Thank you, General Kale, for the first ever super chat on this channel. You're even a mod, a person that chatted on the other channel as well, so I appreciate that a lot. Saying, move this down a little bit. Actually, no, saying, heard an interesting story that the reason we give all this money to stupid things in other countries is because our dollar is backed by nothing, and them using it keeps it from collapse. Thoughts? I agree, but I think it's the petrodollar, making them put oil chained to the US dollar, so they can't just go buy oil from Saudi Arabia. They have to buy the US dollar first to exchange for oil overseas. That's what keeps our dollar chained to something, which is what gives it value. I would say that's what gives us our money value. I think that's what's important, because us spending money overseas would make sense if that money actually went to what it was supposed to be, like underwater basket weaving or lesbian dance theory in other countries. I don't think that's actually being spent over there. I think that money is being given to U.S. companies or contractors that just take the money and just pocket it, because we have no allocation, we have no record keeping of where that money goes beyond that. So USAID could do that if it was actually providing aid, but it's just, what is it, U.S. International Development or whatever. It wasn't aid, it was something like that. So thank you, General Kale. Thank you, Nicole, saying, thoughts on Japan implementing a two-tier pricing system. What's a Japan two-tier pricing system? I don't know what this is. Japan is planning to implement a controversial two-tier pricing system starting July 2025. Foreign tourists will pay higher prices than local residents at certain attractions and establishments. I mean, I'm telling you right now, in LA, even like in the valley, not just even downtown LA, all parts of LA, there is a two-tier pricing system for Mexican restaurants, food trucks, I wouldn't say grocery stores as much, but honestly, like, it's sad, because I remember going to not a popular, but like a Mexican restaurant that was right next to where I lived in LA. Going there alone, they have like advertisements on the wall for like what a 2-taco combo costs, and I would get charged more than that. I'm like, well, the window says differently. They go, oh, haha, like, I'll fix that price for you. But if I'd go with one of my Hispanic friends, or I'd go with a Filipino person that just looks Hispanic enough, they would always hook up the portions and the prices. And then I was like, yeah, this is crazy. So I'd go to my place of work and talk to some of my friends that actually like worked at those places before, and they straight up say, you don't know, like, white boys, people that look like they're American, or people that look like they have money, they try to charge you double because they think you can afford it. Super effed up, super messed up, but that's just what it is over there. If they think you got the money, they try to bleed you dry. There is a two-tier pricing system already in America. If Japan wants to do it too, why not? If you like, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's not the whole like, if they don't want to serve you because you are this color, so you need to protest it and slam them online. It's like, no, just don't give them your patronage. They don't want my business and they think that they're better than me, then I'm not going to spend my money there. It's simple as that. Like, obviously there's parts of Japan they don't want tourists at because they don't know how to act. Stop crying that the world needs to be fair and allow me to go there. Just hopefully they go out of business because they don't want to serve me. And if they can stay in business without people accepting my kind, which is like an American, whatever. Let them, like, you know, it's like, I don't need to police the way they serve people. So I'm okay with that. Kaiser Cube saying, always love your content, Decoy. Been a subscriber for a minute. Hope you had a wonderful Easter weekend. Really appreciate that. Thank you. It's crazy to me that actually, let me fix this. This isn't gonna bother me. Move that down a little bit. It's crazy that I saw somebody calling out another account on Twitter, one that I like, and they're saying, I looked online and they didn't say Happy Easter to everybody. It's like, some people don't live online. Like, I was just trying to live my life with a day off, enjoying Easter Sunday with family. Why are we gonna police each other to make sure that everybody was happy, wishing everybody a Happy Easter? It's crazy. But thank you for that, Kaiser. And also, DJ, thank you for the super chat. And also, M4 Sherman saying, honestly, hearing about USAID nickname being the CIA's little sister is scary and somewhat funny at the same time. That being, it can pretty much sum up what USAID's done more of its life around. I think that's what it's been. Yeah, it's been, to my understanding, and I'm a Neanderthal, is the FBI does things inside the country, and the CIA does the same thing outside the country. So, if the CIA's just been putting out American interests outside the country, USAID was doing the same thing, right? Weren't they outside the country getting American interests accomplished? Correct me if I'm wrong. Let me see in the chat. Yeah, they're saying, yeah. It should all be going soon enough. Hopefully we will spend less money on that, and we can just get back to using American tax dollars to benefit American taxpayers. That's all I think. No, guys, don't gamble that online. It's always a trap. And I say that as a degenerate gambler. I like myself. I like going to Vegas. I like gambling. I like, sports betting, shooting craps. But I know it's a trap. I'm never gonna get rich off it. It's just, I'm a degenerate, guys. Well, back to the next topic, I guess, if we're doing this right now, is that American senator that went over to El Salvador to talk to the guy that was allegedly wrongfully deported, and that's been debunked everywhere. But look at how he talks about him, almost calling him an American citizen.
I think at some point, the president of El Salvador realized it was looking really bad to have this person who had been absconded from America.
This American? No, he's not an American citizen. Now he's saying somebody absconded from America. It's like, no, he belongs in that country. He's a citizen of that country. And also, I believe we classified him as a member of a terror organization.
Streets of Maryland, in one of their prisons. I think
it's crazy because he's saying, what he says, he's looking bad.
At some point, the president of El Salvador realized it was looking really bad.
He's not looking really bad, guys. Like, this is crazy. He says, my main goal of this trip was to meet with Kilmore. Tonight I had that chance. I called his wife, Jennifer, to pass along the message of love. I look forward to providing a full upon my return. Why didn't his wife come with him? But I like everybody saying, find yourself someone that looks at you the same way Democrat senators look at members of MS-13. He is MS-13. He is. It's Kilmore as his boss, and it's funny because he's trying to paint a portrait of the president of El Salvador looks like a bad person, but no, he looks amazing. Look at the way he speaks about it, and it's true.
En El Salvador priorizamos la seguridad de nuestros
Well, yeah, obviously this has to be translated. In El Salvador, we prioritize the security of our honest citizens over the comfort of criminals. Kind of looks like we have a senator giving comfort to criminals and yet giving F-all to the actual victims of people that have been here illegally and AR'd or K'd our citizens, or at the very least trafficked our citizens, or their own citizens as they come here. No. He wants the security of criminals and people like, how do you say his name? Bukele? I'm bad at pronouncing things, but I think this froze. He's out there coddling the, he's out there coddling criminals. Like, it's crazy how bad the Democrats' priorities have gotten. Wow, everything lagged out. I honestly don't even know if I'm streaming right now because I can't even see the chat. Everything's frozen. Let me try to reboot this right now. Like, is YouTube down? I honestly gotta look on my phone right now to see. There's no way that I'm lagging out this bad. I have great internet connection. This thing's like broken. This is ridiculous. Let's see. Looks like I'm live. Oh no, I'm here. Yeah, okay, I can see myself. I can see. Yeah, we're good. YouTube doesn't like me. YouTube doesn't like me when I talk about certain things. Like, notice everything was fine until we talked about, Kilmore. I'm getting it worse than Gundam. I'm getting it almost as bad as I got it back when we would talk about COVID stuff. That was crazy. I want to talk about the next topic right now, but I can't even see the chat. Yeah, thank you for hitting the like button. That's the thing is, I have contacts at YouTube that I feel they like me. I like them. Like we have good relationship, but I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm like totally locked out of YouTube right now. Like, I can't click any buttons on the website. Like the buttons are broken. And I have so many tabs to cover still. This is crazy. Well, I can see a super huge super chat on my phone right now, so I'll read it here. Unless I can get into it again. Okay, so it looks like this is working. Okay, kind of. Okay, here it is. Took us long enough, and we're even in the middle of a topic too. It's kind of ridiculous. Yeah, thank you for this like super huge super chat. Funkmaster General saying it was hard for me to tell if he was it was hard to tell if he was there to help free him or if it was his conjugal visit. I mean, honestly, it kind of looks like he wanted it to be a conjugal visit because he was very into this gentleman. I'm sad, but yeah, no, you're very right. Thank you for the super chat, but it's hard to say what his genuine intentions were. Let me stop. Is there a meteor shower right now? No. Okay. But yeah, he was there talking to him. But no, Bukele, I don't know how to say it. But he was out there saying, "I'm here to help the innocent civilians, not the criminals," and he's right. Some say we have put thousands in prison, but the reality is we have set millions free, and that's sorry, that's like a mic drop moment right there, where in LA County they let go of a lot of non-violent offenders. Like, I can tell you how bad LA got down to the proposition and how it impacted my former community. Like, Prop 47 made it so petty crimes weren't prosecuted. So, like, basically all property crimes, not just businesses, but if you wanted to, like, you know, break into my vehicle, that was pretty much no longer a crime. 57 was for non-violent offenders out of jail. But it wasn't just... Still getting over something. Jesus. It's so bad. 57 was for non-violent offenders. But there was weird parts of Prop 57 that you didn't see on the ballot. Like, non-violent offenders included things like if you had trafficked kids or S crimes, you were no longer classified as a violent offender. If you detonated an explosive device at a whole bunch of words in the middle, but like a medical facility, you were no longer a non-violent offender. Like, it did a lot of heinous things. But 57 let those criminals off the hook. And also, 64 was the legalized pot bill, but it also made it so local coppers, before, if they caught you with a small amount of, like, any narcotic on you, they were booking you. But now, even if you had, like, you had weight on you in, like, little vials that you were obviously pushing. LAPD didn't even want to deal with you anymore. They're like, okay, just get out of here. I don't want to see you anymore. So it's like, yeah, 47, 57, 64 slowly freed a lot of people from jail, but it basically imprisoned the rest of society because now you had to be amongst them committing petty crimes all the time, and it was sad. And you see this over here where it's like, yeah, we set millions free. I want a leader like this. You got Senator Van Hollen saying, ooh, the president looks really bad. It's like, no, he looks pretty appealing to me right now. I wish he was in charge of whatever community I was living in. The good people can now walk freely without fear and with full respect for their freedoms and human rights. Okay, yeah, so in El Salvador, they freed their citizens, so it's, yes, he's out there. How do you pronounce that? Just let me know in the chat. Nayib Bukele? I'm obviously not pronouncing it correctly. I don't pronounce anything correctly. But, they say, Gilmore Abrego Garcia, miraculously risen from the death camps and torture, is now sipping margaritas with Senator Van Hollen in a tropical paradise of El Salvador. Yeah, he's trolling them because, yeah, he's treating them so well. Does he have a translator? Doesn't even speak the language, so doesn't even know what he's truly saying? But you have this over here, Donald Trump, from his official account, saying, hey, look, this is the hand of the man the Democrats feel should be brought back to the U.S. because he's such a, quote, fine and innocent person. They said he's not a member of MS-13, even though he's got a tattoo on his knuckles. And 2 highly respected courts found that he's a member of MS-13. Beat up his significant other, etc. I was elected to take bad people out of the U.S., amongst other things. I must be allowed to do my job. Make America great again. Why is this thing here? You have this. It's insane how it's like, yes, he has the marijuana leaf, the smiley, the cross, and the skull. Now, I'm to understand that the cross means 1, and the 3 dots on the skull is for the 3. They don't actually... He's holding up a sign not telling you that he actually has MS-13 tattooed on his hand. It's saying the marijuana leaf is an M, the smiley is an S, the cross is a 1, and the 3 dots is a 3, or the skull is a 3, whatever. But idiots online out there are saying, Trump photoshopped MS-13 onto his knuckles. It's criminal and it's a big story. Please share this and share wide. Please like this and share wide. Yes, of course this is photoshopped. We're talking about the marijuana leaf and the smiley, not the text. But it's, Alex says, oh my god, the map of the US doesn't actually say California on it. It's photoshopped on. Yeah. Room temperature IQ right here. That is IQs of nose hair. They're literally ridiculous. And the worst part about all this is, it's one thing for them to be stupid, to not realize that that's not real. But also, his wife posting, I believe this is the GoFundMe, or at the very least the Instagram, posting out there, putting hearts over his gang tattoos. Not once, but twice. Yes, it's very clear he is a member of that gang. She knows he's a member of the gang. She knows these are gang tattoos because she's covering up this, not the benign tattoos of a lion. Yes, he's a member of the gang. She knows he is. She knows he's a dangerous individual because they straight up have the protective order against him. And I'm not going to read the whole thing, but she signed a petition for, what is this, a peace order against, protection or a peace order against him, talking about how her baby was crying, she was scared of the way he drove. We can't, ooh. Yeah, I guess I can't read all of this because it's pretty graphic, but just the idea that she went on Good Morning America. The wife of the wrongfully deported man. No. He should have been deported earlier. They keep on saying wrongfully deported man, but no, he should have been deported earlier. And you have this over here where, what is this, Michael Strahan, former football star, asking her, hey, didn't you get a restraining order against him?
And I know this is a sensitive question, but I have to ask it. You did take out a temporary order of protection against your husband in 2021. Were you in fear of your husband?
Okay.
Husband is alive. That's all I can say.
Okay, and you know I'm not going to push on that apparently, but
yeah, I'm not going to push on that. Apparently, it's like yeah, because that would go against the narrative that ABC News is trying to put out there. That looks like she was terrified of him, still terrified of him, but they want to push the narrative of him just being innocent, wrongfully deported person. Because you have MSNBC. He's going to say, hey, here's proof of why he was not allowed to be here. And they're going to cut it.
In 2019, Garcia was issued a deportation order. Two separate judges affirmed Garcia was a member of MS-13, which is a gang that may be even worse.
We've been watching President Donald Trump there swearing in the new administrator of the CMS, the Centers for Medicare.
Not even talking about what he's talking about there, but it's sad because they would do that before where after the debate, I think it was when Trump cooked Biden during the debates. When you went to the after, like Biden was like sleeping already, but Trump was talking about the lies told and how Biden couldn't even answer his questions, and then you had, I believe it was MSNBC or CNN, cutting away saying, you know what, we have a responsibility to our viewers to not broadcast his lies. We're gonna tell you what he said at a later date, and it's almost like yeah, they're terrified of him because he's gonna give you the truth because the propaganda is over here from Don't Walk Run saying he's a Maryland man. He's not a dangerous individual. He's a Maryland man.
A Maryland man who was mistakenly deported to a prison in El Salvador.
A Maryland man who was mistakenly deported.
He should have been deported earlier. They said don't send him away because he may be attacked by the rival gang, but since that gang, MS-13, has now been classified as a terror organization, that goes out the window. You can deport him now. He's not a Maryland man. He's not a Maryland dad. He's an illegal, a part of MS-13.
Maryland man who was wrongly deported.
Kilmar Abrego Garcia, the Maryland man mistakenly deported to El Salvador.
The Maryland man was sent to the notorious El Salvadorian mega prison.
A Maryland man thought to be wrongly deported. Maryland man thought to be wrongly deported.
Of a Maryland man wrongfully deported.
That Maryland man that was detained.
Kilmar Abrego Garcia, the Maryland man mistakenly deported to a prison in El Salvador.
This is someone who is a Maryland resident.
I think it's funny how it's going to become the meme. Just how like they said that one kid that that adult that knifed all those little kids at the Taylor Swift dance party, and I forgot what country was it, Ireland. They kept on trying to say he was a gifted schoolboy. So now gifted schoolboy has now just become a euphemism for that particular thing. Now you have this over here saying Maryland man. It's like, yeah, whenever you have someone from MS-13, you're just going to call him a Maryland man. It went the opposite direction, guys.
Maryland resident.
The Maryland resident.
The individual from Maryland.
The Maryland man.
The Maryland man. Maryland man.
The Maryland man.
Maryland
man.
I am not referring to Garcia as the Maryland man, okay? He is from El Salvador. He came here illegally.
Kilmar Abrego Garcia is a Maryland man.
The Maryland man.
Maryland man. The Maryland man.
Maryland man. He is the Maryland man. The Maryland man. The Maryland man. Maryland man.
Maryland man.
The Maryland.
Ridiculous. And it's crazy how he has It's over 2.5 minutes of them saying Maryland man. But the crazy report about this is apparently they said he used taxpayer dollars to go there. Like, we paid for this, guys. Tax season just happened. I cut huge checks to the government because I'm self-employed and it just doesn't come out of my checks. So I had to like physically not write a check, but like go online and give them, what is it, like ACH payments or whatever it is. It's just send the federal government and the state government huge checks of huge amounts of money so they can do bullshit like this.
Who did pay for this trip?
This was an officially cleared, congressional trip, cleared
So
on a
taxpayer
bipartisan
dollars.
basis. Yes, like every other trip.
Who did?
He's like every other trip. It's like, well, you didn't need to go on this fucking trip. You didn't need to go over there and coddle members of a terror organization. Like, I think Tim Pool said it violates the Logan Act. And let me just get a good understanding of this. Is an act for the punishment against certain crimes, Aaron. What did the Logan Act do? Oh yeah. Stipulates a fine or imprisonment for Americans corresponding with foreign officials to an intent to influence their measures in relation to disputes or controversies with the U.S. So yeah, it seems like it violates that. Again, I'm not an attorney, but it seems like he used our tax dollars against America's best interests. We gotta send this guy away. You gotta vote him out. He's what is Van Hollen? What is he a senator of? If you guys live in the state of... He was born in Pakistan? Interesting. How come it doesn't say what state he's on? Oh, Maryland 8th District. If you live in Maryland, hopefully you got a better candidate to vote for. Crazy. Massachusetts? No, it's Maryland, because isn't... What's up, Andy Orr? You've been around forever. I'll mod you. You have no responsibilities. I just mod people that have been around, because I haven't turned on channel memberships here. It doesn't look like you guys want channel memberships. I'm not gonna paywall anything. I just didn't know if you guys wanted to have a badge next to your name. But yeah, no. This is ridiculous. I don't understand why he's so in favor of the other side. And it's so sad because he got paid his salary and probably his transportation costs by the American taxpayer, and now you're seeing other Democrats going over there because it's a good thing. It was so well received. Like, this is ridiculous.
Dexter here, coming to you from El Salvador. I flew here last night with 3 of my colleagues to demand that Kilmar Abrego Garcia be released.
Who are they demanding why do U.S. senators think they can go to other countries to demand their presidents release their citizens back to the U.S.? Don't you have anything better to do? Unless your school districts locally all have kids graduating with flying colors that all know how to read and write, unless there's nobody in your district is suffering from hunger or food insecurity, there's no homelessness in your own community, you don't have crime issues, like, unless you live in a utopia and you've solved all your problems, do you need to be going as a U.S. elected representative to another country to tell another president how to deal with their gang members? Absolute ridiculous. Oh, what's up? Oh, dang. Annie Armour, thank you so much for the super huge super chat saying, good to see you, Decoy. I keep rocking it. I appreciate that. I mean, you don't have to give the super chat, but I appreciate that. Thank you so much. Yeah, American politicians are so entitled. This is ridiculous.
He is being held in violation of a Supreme Court order expressly telling the Trump administration to effectuate and facilitate his coming home.
Yeah, I don't care about the Supreme Court. Like, why are judges able to just elect themselves above Donald Trump? We elected him. I don't care what any federal judge or federal Supreme Court justice thinks about what the president is doing. We need to fix this issue. We need to fix this system where we can elect a leader and some federal judge that was elected before them was just installed before them gets to determine whether or not they can do what the president wants. It's ridiculous. Thank you for the super chat. Random Facts Don't Matter saying, has YouTube been deleting others' replies, comments as often as mine? No warning or explanation. You can just go back where you commented in the comments or just gone. I mean, the auto filter is wild. I'm not even going to try to pretend I understand how it works. It's just... YouTube is YouTube, guys.
That is being ignored. This is not just a threat to all people in the United States.
notice how she's not saying this is a threat to democracy. Because democracy worked. We voted for Trump. And now Trump is doing what we wanted him to do. And now they're like, oh, it's a threat to every... What, this is ridiculous.
Who could be illegally abducted, detained, and transported internationally against their will. But it is a fact that our president does not recognize the branches of government and the balances of power. This is what we all have been calling a constitutional crisis.
Oh, there it is again, guys.
It's more severe than anything we've seen. We cannot stay silent. We must stay loud. I am here because I was...
Don't we have a constitutional right to, like, life, liberty, and the freedom of, I forget what it was. I went to LA USD public school, guys. No. We have the right to life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. You can't do that when you are a college student jogging and someone that got in here through Biden's porous border policies literally ends your life. They're not concerned about that at all. They're concerned that, you know, Trump is evil, so he did something like get rid of a MS-13 gang member, and we got to bring him back. There's nothing. There's nothing. It's a joke, guys. Yeah, it's a joke.
Refuse to wait for something to happen. We are here to release Kilmar Abrego Garcia.
Yeah, ridiculous. And they actually were I think the vice president of El Salvador denied their visit. It's kind of hilarious. But I like over here on Reddit calling them MS-13. That's what they are. MS-13, like, it's crazy the hills that Democrats will die on. Losing support from Gen Z, losing support from I think, Hispanics right now. Everybody across the board, like, they've never been less popular, like 20% approval rating, and they're willing to die on the hill of supporting MS-13 gang members and life-altering medications and procedures on kids that want to change what they identify as. Children, not adults. By all means, you're an adult, you want to undergo a surgery, you can pay for it out of pocket. By all means, do what makes you happy. But kids, that's the hill they're going to die on. Make sure the kids can get this medication. Make sure the kids can get these operations. Those are the two pillars they're going to die on right now. And it's sad because they keep on walking into it thinking that they're the good guys. It's crazy. You see this from CBS and Wokeness saying this is what I voted for. Yeah, this is what we all voted for, guys.
The soldiers from Fort Carson, Colorado, using thermal and infrared cameras on the striker, watching for the tiniest movements along the border.
Even like a little mouse.
Up to a little mouse?
Yeah, it's a little mouse that got to like a mile out.
With the strikers and soldiers, President Trump is creating a border barrier that is more than just a wall. He has now authorized the military to take control of a 60-foot strip of federal land along the border, stretching from California to New Mexico. Now, migrants would be crossing into a military installation. It would allow soldiers to make apprehensions, a job that, until now...
Why was this not done years ago? Because they wanted it to happen. Period. It's crazy that it took this long for us to secure our borders, where you had thousands of people waving flags for other countries, getting in physical confrontations with our National Guardsmen and our Border Patrol, and it wasn't classified it wasn't being classified as an invasion. It took us electing a president that is our entire mainstream media is against to finally secure our borders like any other country in history. It's wild. Is the music loud? I mean, it could be loud right now. Just wanted it barely in the background. I wanted it so you almost didn't even notice it, kind of. Yeah, Andy Ormer says it's war without guns and uniform. That's exactly what it is right now. Jeremy Stark saying, as a Texas military service member, this seriously should have been done a decade ago. Yeah, I don't... Like I said, I like what Donald Trump is doing, but honestly, he campaigned on a lot of stuff in 2016 that he didn't follow through on. Hopefully it gets done this time. Yeah. Oh, perfectly blended. Okay, I'm just trying to make it so the AI can't detect it, is what we're trying to do. And yeah, this... God. No, window closed again. Hopefully it's not booting me out again, because YouTube is tripping right now. YouTube is tripping right now. I have great connection, too. Yeah, it seems like he's trying this time. He has a better feel for who we can trust inside DC and getting things done. So it's crazy because I know, like, right when I finish this live stream, like, all my stuff is gonna work perfectly. Only during the stream am I gonna have issues clicking things on my YouTube dashboard. It's crazy. You can't say C chair, guys. That's a not permitted word right now. I have great connection. It's crazy how they're trying to shut me down. Oh, you know what it is? It's top chat. I don't want top chat. I want live chat. I want everybody to be able to say stuff. Yeah, Mankind says multiple J6 people were arrested without due process. All these people were brought into the country without due process, and all of a sudden they say, "Oh, let's figure out how to apply the law exactly to the line by line." It's crazy. General Kale says it would make a boring video game, but this is what peak Modern Warfare looks like. Can't shoot unarmed invaders with wounds or barracks. I don't know what that is. But yeah, it's rules of engagement are very, very strict. I mean, you would think they'd be able to mace every single person trying to barge through the gate when they're trying to break down the barrier on that very famous video I was showing a lot last year. But if the Border Patrol came and ride their horses without the reins in their hand, just naturally going in circles, because that's what happens when you have forward inertia on a large horse. If they can't ride their horses without them saying, "Oh my God, they're readying whips to whip the migrants," they're definitely not going to be able to use any actual, like, self-defense weaponry. It's ridiculous. Yeah, there's a lot of trigger words, guys. There's a lot of trigger words. You guys got to know your platform. I'm not saying you need to speak in codes or whatever, but just know what you can and cannot talk about. Like, it's crazy. Yeah, Mankind says non-U.S. citizens have a different due process than actual citizens. And it is crazy how there's a 2 tiers of justice where it's in L.A., you get pulled over. They want you to have your license, registration, proof of insurance, everything. They want to impound your car, give you a large ticket. I had a friend in LA, got rear-ended on a left turn lane, totaled her car. The people that totaled it were in some bucket, and it was a illegal immigrant, no driver's license. The PD got there and said, "Hey, go through your insurance," and just let them go. They say, "The mayor doesn't want us to address this issue, so they're free to go." Driving without a driver's license, at least to me, should get me thrown in jail. At least my vehicle impounded. Not, "Oh, you're an illegal immigrant? By all means, just take off right now because the mayor doesn't want us to handle you." Half the mayor, half lazy cop, but also 2 different justice systems, and it's ridiculous. But yeah, so let's go ahead and just get to one of the last topics over here, which is big change of tempo. But you have Pokimane, which is just live streamer rich girl, talking about, we gotta go after the ultra rich guys.
Do you think someday we'll have a revolution like that in America? Right? It's getting there, right?
We already have one.
Another one.
What's going on?
The wealth disparity is getting bad.
The wage gap, I hate that shit.
No, wealth disparity.
Wealth disparity.
Not the wage gap.
Wage gap is like between men and women. Men and women, we love each other.
Facts.
And we hate the rich. Anyways. Too much.
Aren't you the rich?
No!
No! I love the idea. He's like, "No, I'm not the rich." While you're on a stream, I forgot what country they said she's in right now. But right here, I think this is the sub goal, which is like, okay, let's see. She's trying to get 15,000 subs. And then how much is a Pokimane sub? What? How much is it? I can become for $6 a month. $6 a month, so even if she didn't gain a single one in this stream, 14,993 times 6. She's making $90,000 or $89,958 a month. She is making more than I've ever made as an hourly worker or even a salaried worker, $90,000 in a year, in a month of subs alone. So minus the ads that they show on Twitch, because Twitch has some pretty top tier ads. Like there'll be like Amazon, Apple, like stuff that doesn't advertise on YouTube traditionally. But yeah, $90K a month. So times 12 of just one of her many facets of income, because she sells like expensive cookies and stuff too, right? But $1 million annually, $1 million. And he says, hey, aren't you the rich? Aren't we sitting on vacation with a camera guy? Don't we have a camera guy? Aren't we wearing designer clothing right now? On a boat? Aren't you rich? No, I'm not rich. It's how these people are completely detached from the world. Like, you know, I don't like Hassan Piker because I think his takes are dumb. But also, I somewhat understand sorry, how a person gets there because they grow up rich. They go into a rich career. They never worked like a hard day in their life. And I say that confidently. They don't know what it is to struggle. And they have, I forgot what it's called. It's called like upper middle class syndrome, where us sitting here looking at this person, we say that person's rich. But rich people will always be around people that are much more wealthy than them. They say something like, they'll be around people with like old money. They'll be around CEOs. They'll be around NBA superstars. So even though she's making, you know, $1 to $5 million annually or whatever it is, she's around people that make $100 million or have like, you know, billions in the bank. So like, oh, I'm upper middle class. I'm not rich. They're rich. Not understanding. I don't know about you guys, but most of us here would love a career where we're making $90K a month. Not $90K a year, let alone a month. So for them to say, eat the rich, I don't think she understands if there was this revolution she's calling for, it would not be kind to her. Unless she had insane amounts of security, someone that just made a whole bunch of money selling cookies and saying, donate to me, isn't going to be viewed kindly. She's not going to be the leader that they're like, oh yeah, you stand up for the working class. It's like, no, you are part of that parasitic, rich people that live lavishly. This is not what she thinks it is.
Like the ultra rich, the ultra.
You are the ultra rich. Like what somebody said, her net worth puts her in the top 1%, not only in the world, like globally, but in America, which is harder. Top 1%. She is it, and yet, oh my God, the ultra rich,
bigger rich, the unnecessarily rich.
That is unnecessarily rich. Nobody. I'm not gonna say that I don't. I too aspire to make $90K a month. I would love to make $90K a month. But I also don't believe in socialism. I believe I should be able to work super hard, do a video today, do a live stream, get off this, eat dinner, cut this video up into clips, do another, edit my video for my main channel, and then do the same thing tomorrow. Like just work sun up to sundown, be a little sick, and just try to like, you know, build an empire or whatever. I believe in that. All these people saying eat the rich, it's like, if you believe in socialism, going tax the rich and bringing it down, no, you have no understanding of how ultra rich you are.
They're gonna clip that and it's gonna make you look bad.
Oh,
you gotta say the billionaires.
The billionaires.
Because you are rich.
The Bezos.
You can't be saying that.
I'm rich in friendship.
Yes.
You also unnecessarily rich, like you say. They always want to make this fictitious thing, the Jeff Bezos, the Elon Musks. Oh, they're unnecessarily wealthy, thinking that if we tax the rich and get everybody to have like, you know, socialism, communism, whatever, it's not going to make our lives more like Jeff Bezos. It's going to make our lives more like the homeless guy on the street, because there's far more poverty than there are Elon Musks and Jeff Bezos. But they seem to not understand that. It's ridiculous. And I guess after that, she posted saying, I got a weird influx of weirdos commenting on my age. On her age, I didn't see that. I find it dumb. At 28, I'm the happiest, richest, and most knowledgeable and self-assured I've ever been, and that only becomes more true with every year that passes. Although I don't care about the comments, I do worry about the impact it has on other girls and women who see this type of harassment. And to them, I want to reassure you that life only gets better. Growing older will not make you miserable, but living your life trying to appease random, crappy people definitely will. I saw the breakdown like online of her audience, and who knows how accurate it is, but it's over 90% of her audience is male. So I don't know really who she's talking to, and also trying to deflect the idea, saying, you're mad at me for my rich people comment, but also, I'm happy and rich. So F off. And it's like someone said, there it is, self-assured, but someone says, if you don't care about comments, why are you posting this? It's like, can you read? I stated why I made this thing. It's like, no, I think you're very detached from reality. I don't think you know a thing about what you're talking about. But I'll give you a pass because people that stream for 8 hours a day, 10 hours a day, 5 days a week, they're bound to say something stupid that they wish they didn't say. I'm sure in this, what is it, hour and a half of streaming, I'll say multiple things that I wish I didn't say that are kind of just in the beehive of rambling in your brain you're just putting out there for someone to try to say, oh, gotcha, you said something stupid. Yeah, we all say things we don't mind, we wish we didn't, but it's also funny that you have Pokimane saying, oh, the ultra-rich, get to the ultra-rich, but it's not just people like this, it's also Bernie Sanders and AOC, two people that think they're going to be president but never will be, on the fighting oligarchy tour, but also being caught flying private on their fighting oligarchy tour. It's the same story over and over. It's like, yes, I'm here to fight the rich because I'm one of you guys. I'm one of the poors like you guys. I'm not flying private. I'm not on a boat enjoying my 14,000 paid subscribers at the bare minimum giving me 90K a month, likely more because I think that was the lowest tier sub. I think you can be a, what is a Pokimane? I'm spelling it wrong? Oh, Pokimane. Oh, like a line. Okay. Pokimane tier 3 sub price. How much is that? Because I know some of those idiots are paying that. $24, $25. So the low end, there she's getting $90,000. The high end, it could be far more. That is crazy. And it's crazy how much Twitch like defends her. Like, you're not allowed to criticize that. It's crazy. I do as I say, not as I do. That, and also, please don't revolt against me. I understand I'm a millionaire. Like, what was it, Jasmine Crockett, or was it Bernie Sanders? I think Bernie Sanders, they said he had four homes, crying about the housing crisis. If you got 4 homes, they're coming for you, dude. I don't care. I don't care what you say. You can do all your fighting oligarchy tours you want. They're coming for you, too. I feel like we've gone for a very long time today. Is there anything else? Yeah, Steph saying, I'm one of the good ones. I'm one of the good ones. Yeah. Actually, there's one clip I wanted to play over here. Let's see if I can get it queued up correctly. This actually terrifies me a bit. Oh, it's muted. Hold on. This is crazy.
Size matter down there?
I only had one boyfriend. I don't know. I don't know. Right now it's perfect, but I don't know.
That's all AI. None of that is real. Check this out. Totally, this one totally got me. All right, so if we go here, let's check out these fingers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's 6 fingers.
6 fingers.
Watch right here. Her hand is going to morph and hold this Rode mic. But I mean, this looks amazing. I don't know what they're using for lip syncing, but this looks amazing. Watch this right here. Boom. Now she has morphed to holding that mic. None of this is real at all. How crazy is that? We are absolutely cooked here.
Yeah, we're pretty. It's always the hands, but the hands are getting better because I remember a long time ago when I covered AI in the beginning. Like, you got to think, where's that video? It didn't do good, and then it did do good. We can actually watch it if we want to watch it. The AI couldn't make hands correctly, and it got so much better at it. We can play a small clip of my own video. Here is it. Oh my God, where is it? Here it is. Where do we draw the line? This, you see, this was AI before.
And yes, these robot women do look ridiculous today. But how fast did we go from, this looks so realistic, to AI drawing girls with Cthulhu-like hands 6 months ago, to basically undetectable levels?
Because if you see in the beginning of this video, it's crazy that
this is not a real person with AI, because this looks like any girl on social media with a huge following, but this is actually AI generated. as apparently they took an actual girl and edited it into someone different. But the most insane part is, this wasn't the only alternate version of her, as AI artists are spawning hundreds of different people as the actual girl. Yeah, whatever. So, but just, it's getting more and more realistic. They can do it so you can't detect the hands, and honestly, if that guy didn't call out saying, hey, that's an AI generated thing, I never would have second guessed that wasn't a real clip. It's bad. Hoopaball says, buy a home robot, you'll be thrilled. I honestly want to get one of those Tesla bots when we can. Like, if it could do laundry for you, walk your dog, and even the creepy thing they said, the Tesla, let me see if I can see the robot watching you sleep. Yeah, here it is. The Tesla robot will watch you sleep overnight and monitor your breathing, heart rate, sleep patterns, and will protect you from any home invasions. Terrifying. But honestly, I would buy it. I want that. Yeah, watching you what? Watching you sleep? Who's controlling it? It could be AI. I feel like it would just be AI. I don't want to trust it. Alex says, walk my dog. My dog would hate that thing. Of course he would. But I mean, he's just going to have to get used to it, man. My dog... My cat hates me, but, you know, he learns to coexist. Is that real? I mean, I don't think that it's real yet, but it's getting there. The AI of Will Smith eating spaghetti, yeah, it's gotten so much better. Let me see if we can pull it up real quick. Will Smith eating spaghetti now. Spaghetti. How the hell do you spell spaghetti? This is not it. This is a weird one. Here it is. Let me just watch it real quick to make sure it's nothing inappropriate. Yeah, the old AI Will Smith eating spaghetti, terrible, to now. Still not there. Still not there. You could still tell it's bad. But think about this only being like 5 years old. Spaghetti. It is insanely hard to smell spaghetti, guys. Lasagna? I mean, yeah, I'm not good at most things, guys. Anything else? Is that you guys want to suggest anything for me to... Okay, so nobody wants channel memberships. We'll go with that. Not on this channel. If you're a channel member, you're on channel member on Decoy Voice. Tim has some wacko for me lefty MSM restorer on tonight, so you definitely won the streamer lottery. Thanks for being sane. Does he have somebody weird right now? Black metal lore iceberg? I'm not really into black metal. Or metal at all. Let's see, Is he still on him? No, here we go.
Single instance has been framed negatively against Trump.
Oh my gosh.
We now have the Maryland man hoax. We had obviously
Maryland man hoax? Yeah, I mean... Is this person? I don't know. Who is this person? Oh, he has ads on his live stream. Okay, so he's making money now. Yeah, I don't know. All you want is a hoverboard? I don't know. I had the one wheel. I used to recommend it, but now it kind of seems dangerous. And also the company that sells the one wheel, it kind of seems shady too. So I'm not into it. Yeah, they're trying to blame J.D. Vance for what happened to the Pope. But I mean, the Pope was old. And it really seems like we may get... Not we, but... There may be a better, more conservative Pope that isn't all into the whole like globalism agenda, so I'm for that. So you're saying the no copyright music over on here on this Lean More recordings? The problem with stuff like that is you don't know if you can trust these channels because who knows if you don't have this guy, like this person right here, right? So... See how this pops up right there? Okay, no, this is from the YouTube audio. Is this from the YouTube audio library? Or is that a fake thing? Because who knows if somebody can, under them, claim this and all of a sudden claim all the stuff that is using it. I don't trust anything that's not from the YouTube audio library. I may use the Epidemic Sound one because people seem to like that, but I mean, that's me going through a whole bunch of music and trying to add it to my regular videos, and it's gonna be a whole thing, and I feel like I haven't had time for it. So you guys all thought the lady over there was crazy. Video game soundtracks that often are good, not GTA or other licenses that they expire. I thought about having having Mario music in the background, but I heard Nintendo sometimes strikes it. Maybe like GoldenEye or something in the background. I don't know. Again, I would like to take your music, Mankind, but then who knows if you're gonna claim that stuff or if you use a sample or whatever. I only want to have stuff that's already in the library marked as royalty free. I'm not rolling the dice with anything because I've heard people straight up, yeah, Wii Music. I might use that actually. Wii Music, but I don't know. It's like you never know if somebody later on wants to claim all your stuff, and then there's nothing you can do about it because YouTube has no way to retroactively take music out effectively without messing up your audio. But how long are we going? We're going for like an hour and a half, so I feel like it's a good time to call it. I mean, thanks for hanging out on this channel. We'll see if we get a schedule, because I feel like we've had like, what, 367 live viewers right now. I think during the day live streams we had like around 200. So maybe this is a better time for any live stream. But yeah, let me know in the comment section. But for now, I guess duck off.